Hello everyone, welcome back to Teaching Languages Online. My name is Dave and I felt like doing another video about something that Italki has just done and talking about whether it is good or whether it's bad for you as a teacher. So if you are on Italki, you probably noticed in the last few days Italki has brought back the feature of instant tutoring, or now they call it instant lessons, where a student can book a lesson right away if you have time available. And in the past, this used to be really good. We're going to talk about the changes now, maybe why it's good, why it's maybe not so good. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, what is it? Well, the whole idea behind it is that if you have some free time on your calendar, you can turn on the instant lessons and get people who request lessons right away. Now, I have heard some issues regarding people not getting notifications and all that, so there's probably a few bugs in it. But this is something a lot of teachers have been asking for years. They've been wanting to have this option. So 2 years ago, Italki took away instant tutoring, as it was called. And when they took it away, a lot of people wanted it back. And Italki kept on pushing these other ideas. Well, would you like this? Would you like this? And everyone in the teacher chat was saying, no, we just want instant tutoring back. Now, back then, instant tutoring, you're able to turn it on and off whenever you liked. You can do the same thing now, so that hasn't changed. The one thing is that you actually had a separate instant tutoring price in a separate class. So when you go on Italki, you'll see that you have all of your lessons, and you have a trial lesson as well. They used to have one for instant lessons as well, instant tutoring, okay? So this option isn't there anymore. You just turn it on, turn it off, but it's not as an actual class, and there's a reason why. That reason why is that they are now trial lessons. So the only people who can take these classes are people who have trial lessons available. Now, if you are on Italki, you already know that you can only do 3 trial lessons as a student. Once you are done with your trial lessons, you're done with your trial lessons. So it begs the question, why did Italki say we're going to do this with trial lessons, but we're not going to allow this to be for any other lessons? It just doesn't make sense. And a lot of people are asking that, saying, why is it trial lessons? Now, this goes back to the original video I made about, is Italki dead as a teaching platform? And in that, I talked about if I thought it was dead or not, but more about the new business format that they have. And I think this new instant tutoring or instant lessons that they have is to facilitate that new business plan. And what do I mean by that? Well, as we said, a new student only gets 3 trial lessons. Once those 3 trial lessons are done, they're done. They can't change it up. They can't do anything. It is over. It is finished. So in this situation, obviously they're looking for somebody who's going to be on the platform short term, which is weird because almost every other website's business model is to keep people on the platform as much as possible. They even tell us teachers to stay on the platform as much as possible. But these instant lesson things that they have right now are saying, no, only be on the platform for your 3 trial lessons, for instant lessons, and that's it. So what do I think this is for? I think that these instant lessons are for people who want to do interview practice before their interview. They just go, they spend a few dollars, they get 90 minutes worth of practice, and then they're done on the platform. And I think that's it. Because a trial lesson is 30 minutes, so it's not going to be a full 1-hour class. It's a 30-minute class, and I don't have any issue with that itself. It's just that sometimes a regular student of yours might want to do a lesson at a certain time. They usually don't. They usually like to have it scheduled, right? But in this situation, we're talking about this turn and burn mentality. So I used to work in a restaurant here in the United States, and the whole idea was you get a table, you get them in, you get them out in 45 minutes, turn and burn. Get a new person in, new person out, new person in, new person out. That seems to be what the instant tutoring does. It facilitates that immediate need to get a lesson. right? So let's look at it this way. Let's say I am getting ready for an interview in English. I live somewhere else, and my English, I haven't used it in a while, so I need to brush up on it a little. The best thing for me to do is just go and do a few lessons, kind of get it back, and then prepare for the interview. Maybe I do some lessons, maybe I don't. In the future, it depends. I usually find that people who do interview practice usually don't come back for lessons. And I've even shied away from students who say they only want interview practice. It depends on how busy or how slow it is. But in this situation, that seems to be the only people this would appeal to, are people that just want to come in, use platform real quick, go out. Again, it's a McDonald's approach to teaching. Now, do I think this is any sort of game changer? No, I really think, and I thought about this. I was like, when I first saw it on there, I go, good. They brought back instant tutoring. Maybe I'll try it. I'll admit, when they had it before, I never tried it. And then once they got rid of it, I said, I wish I would have tried it. And if they actually did have the actual lessons that I could use, if I can take one of my 1 hour lessons or something and use that, or maybe create a separate interview practice lesson, maybe charge a little more because I know those people are not going to be long-term students, then I'd be fine. That's okay. But the fact that they have it a trial lesson, a little bit suspicious. I think it's a little bit suspicious. I don't know if I'd say suspicious is the word as much as it makes sense for the McDonald's type of turn and burn, get them in, get them out, facilitate lessons as quickly as possible plan. So when I looked at that, I was like, this is just building on their plan. As of right now, so far this month, they almost have 600 new English students. And again, if you teach another language, please let me know. Do they have any other, are you seeing this in French or Spanish? I saw some people on my previous video say that they're seeing this in Spanish as well. I was talking to a French teacher of mine that I have for myself. She says she knows that this has happened. Even one of my teachers for a language that's just a very rare language, a European language, she even said that she's starting to notice this. So it's not just that. It's not just English. It's definitely something happening throughout the entire field, right? So what does this mean? Do you take it? Do you use it? It's totally up to you. I mean, personally, me, I'm not going to do it. I like to have a set schedule, but we do come to this point where, hey, maybe money's a little bit tight. Now, the question is, and this is another thing to consider, is that in the past, you know what? I'm going to stop this video right now because I need to look up something, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back because there was some question I had, and I didn't know if this was here or not. So back in the past, when they had instant tutoring, you could see who the instant tutors were at that time. You could go ahead and say instant tutors, boom, these are the ones. And I even think they might have had something on their profile that said the person was available right now for booking, right? But looking at the website here, I don't see anything that indicates instant tutoring, even availability at specific time, general time, auto accept, also speaks, from, price, native speaker. So I don't see anything that you actually, if you are wanting to do instant lessons, how do you find somebody that does an instant lesson? It doesn't seem to be an option on the search. So if you know how, if you're a student, you're supposed to find instant lesson, please let me know, because I'm looking at the actual search right now and I don't see anything. And I don't see anything on anyone's profile that indicates instant lessons. And just so you know, in regards to the algorithm, these are the same profiles that I saw in here this morning at 8:30 a.m. It's 3:30 p.m. right now. my time. So it's showing that this algorithm isn't really an algorithm. But yeah, so how do you find somebody, right? So if you say, hey, I want to get a lesson, how do you find them? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Would you have to click on all the profiles? I don't know. I really don't know. So there's another thing. So if you do instant tutoring, you might not get anyone because nobody knows that you offer it, because there's nothing in the search engine that makes instant tutoring possible. This is strange. This is weird. Okay. All right, so you have that now. Okay, so there's some more information. I wanted to come back and actually look and see if this was available, but apparently it's not available. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. Just wanted to give my thoughts on this whole thing regarding the instant tutoring. Is it worth it or not? I don't think it is. I don't think it's a game changer. I don't think that it's going to do anything that's going to make anything better, but maybe for you it'll work out. I don't know if you do it. I don't know how students are going to find you, as we just saw. But if they do, great, awesome. So if you do instant tutoring, let me know, or instant lessons as they call it now. Let me know how it works. Did it work well for you? Has it worked well for you? Did you find it a waste of time? Go ahead and comment below, or any other remarks or questions you want to talk about online teaching, teaching abroad, Italki in general, or maybe you want to talk about verbally or pre-apply. I'm going to be talking about those as well in the future too. So go ahead and leave a comment. Please subscribe. I'm going to be trying to do a few videos a week just so we can keep up with what's going on in the business. And thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.